Hey everyone, today I just wanted to introduce you guys to something that I really love, and I've recently rekindled my love with this. It's mangas, or in Korean you say manhwa, and it's kind of a funny story. When I first went to Korea, I picked up most of my Korean by watching TV and reading a lot of manhwas, and I actually dreamt of becoming a manhwa artist for the longest time while I was in school. And I was really into manhwas, and it somehow just kind of died off. Today I was looking for a specific manhwa, or manga as it's more popularly known in the Western world. And I figured that there's a lot of sites that actually scan all these books and they translate it. So I was kind of amazed by that. I don't want to promote any piracy upon any of the copyrighted materials, but then again, I don't know, I'm very conflicted about making this video because I know that, it's not really good for the artist's sake that, people scan and then upload all the books and translate them. But then again, if you don't have those translated versions, then it's really hard to spread the word if the other person can't read the specific language. So, I'm just still kind of iffy about this topic. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to introduce you guys to some of the manhwas or mangas that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. Out of the ones that I found on the internet that are translated and completely uploaded, there's one by Imira, or Lee Mira, if you say it in an English way, but I loved her mangas. I loved like every single one of them, and I haven't seen her latest ones, but the one that actually brought her to fame was called 인어공주를 위하여, which is kind of like For the Mermaid Princess, and then the one after that, The Land of Silver Rain, that one's actually a really good one too. So if you guys just want to kind of read like more like a girly manhwa, I think For the Mermaid Princess is a little bit dark-ish, but I think The Land of Silver Rain is actually a very a touching manhwa, and it's very cute and it's very pretty at the same time, and it's a very tolerable manhwa because it's actually the storyline is pretty good. So just to give you guys a brief introduction to the manhwa, it's about this girl, and she lives in this fantasy world. It's kind of like in like Korean folklore. It's kind of like what should I say? It's not like an ogre, but it's just kind of like an imaginary being, and they have these like two horns, but it's not like in an evil kind of way. They're just kind of like good people. And she lives in dokkebis world, and then there's this other guy named Sirius, or Sirius. Wait, is that his name? I can't even remember his name, but yeah, Sirius. I think if you say it in English, it's like Sirius. But he's from the world of unicorns, and it's just basically about this girl who was born in a cabbage, and then she was adopted by a witch, and then she lived in this dokkebis world, and then she did something to like piss off the dokkebis king. I'm not gonna go into detail because if you guys want to read it, you guys should read it. I'll try to link the thing below. And she got expelled to the human world, and there, like, she goes through her struggles, and then Sirius kind of feels seriously sorry about what happened because he's the one who caused that, so he follows her. And then it's just kind of like all these like events happening around this girl, and just basically her figuring out her past and why she lived in the dokkebis world. And then it's just about this I don't want to go into detail. It's more about like how like Sirius's devoted love actually brings a lot of things together. And it's just kind of like, it has a lot of like fantasy plus imagination plus popular like folk tales all put together. So it's actually very enjoyable to read. There's this other manga, kind of like a fantasy drama, long historical manga, and it's called, in Korean it's called 하늘에 흐르는 붉은 금가? I think the Japanese version is either called Red River or can't remember, but I'll try to like post the link below. It's kind of R-rated because they have a lot of, you know, gruesome scenes, and there's a lot of like sexual stuff in it too, but it's actually very interesting, and it's about, I think, 14th century BC, somewhere in the Middle East, I think like near Turkey, and it's about that, and this modern day girl, she gets pulled into that era, and then she, whatever she does keeps on like bringing this prince, I think his name is Prince Kale or Kyle, and she just brings like so much to him, and then she falls in love with him, but then she has to go back to Japan and she's torn, and then he has to, you know, it's just like that love story plus all the historical drama. It's really fun. I'm trying to list some stuff that are actually accessible and readable online so you guys won't be hanging. I haven't looked into everything, so I guess like I'll just kind of finish my part 1 of recommendations here, and then I have to do some more investigation and research, because you know what, this is actually, I figured all these like scanning manga sites recently as in like today. And then with Korean mangas, it's just, you know, less popular within like the Western world, so it's actually harder to find Korean mangas, but I'm just going to try to do some research on where I could actually find more of these, and then kind of share it with you guys. Those are the kind of things that I really wanted to share with you guys today, and I had a fun time reading them when I was a kid, and I kind of scanned through all the ones that I kind of mentioned, and they're still fun, and as you could kind of tell, I'm more interested in like, you know, like historical drama where there's a lot more historical facts, and you know, it's just like grandiose. I kind of like those kind of stuff. So you know, if you don't really like those kind of comics, then it's not really gonna work for you, but you know, give it a try. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my recommendation. If you guys have any recommendations for, you know, books, movies, mangas, manhwas, comics, anything, just let me know, because I'm kind of open-minded about those things, and I really enjoy good stories, you know, good storylines, pretty drawings, or you know, anything in between. So alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow.